Extrinsic semiconductor, also called as doped semiconductors. A doping means adding impurity atoms to the semiconductor to increase either number of free electrons or the number of holes. When the semiconductor is doped, it is called as extrinsic semiconductor. There are two types of extrinsic semiconductor depending on the type of impurity, N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor. Let us first discuss N-type semiconductor. In N-type semiconductor, a pentavalent impurity such as antimony, arsenic or phosphorus is added to the pure semiconductor to get extra conduction electron, extra electrons for conduction. This pentavalent atoms will have 5 valence electrons, 5 electrons in the outermost orbit. 4 of them will get involved in the covalent bonds with 4 neighboring semiconductor atoms, and 5th electron remains free to move. It is loosely bound electrons and therefore it can be made free very easily and will contribute to the conduction. So in N-type semiconductor, the conduction will be mainly due to this extra 5th electron which is not shared in the covalent bonds. From the energy band perspective, we can say that when we add pentavalent impurity, it gives rise to new energy levels which are called as donor levels just below the conduction band, and these extra electrons will be there in these donor levels. These donor levels are very close to the conduction band, and the gap between the conduction band and donor levels is very small as compared to the gap between conduction band and valence band. So with very little rise in temperature, almost all the electrons from these donor levels are transferred to the conduction band. Very few electrons will go from valence band to conduction band. So if you compare the number of electrons in conduction band coming from these donor levels with the number of electrons in conduction band coming from valence band, then the number of electrons coming from donor energy levels will be very large as compared to the number of electrons coming from valence band. As a result of this, the number of electrons in conduction band will be very large as compared to the number of holes created in the valence band. So in N-type semiconductor, as number of electrons in conduction band are very large as compared to number of holes in valence band, electrons in conduction band are called as majority carriers and holes in valence band are called as minority carriers. So in N-type semiconductor, we say current is mainly due to the electrons and current due to the holes in valence band is negligible. In P-type semiconductor, a trivalent impurity such as aluminium or boron is added to pure semiconductor to get extra vacant state. The trivalent atoms will have 3 electrons in the valence orbit, and all these 3 electrons form the covalent bond with 3 neighboring semiconductor atoms, and one bond is left incomplete and gives rise to a empty state, empty location. This empty location can be utilized by the electrons for the movement. So in the P-type semiconductor, the electrons can move through this empty location to give rise to the current. Now from the energy band perspective, we can say that when we add trivalent impurity to the semiconductor, it gives rise to new energy levels which are called as acceptor levels just above the valence band. So the gap between acceptor levels and valence band is very small, and with a little rise in temperature, many electrons from valence band go to the acceptor levels, giving rise to holes inside the valence band. Very few electrons will manage to go to the conduction band, and therefore will be number of electrons in conduction band will be very less as compared to the number of holes created in the valence band, because there is one more reason for creation of holes, and that reason is electrons from valence band going to the acceptor levels. So very large number of electrons are going to the acceptor levels, so very large number of holes are created in the valence band. So number of holes in valence band now will be very large as compared to number of electrons in conduction band. So in p-type semiconductor, holes are the majority carriers and electrons are the minority carriers. In p-type semiconductors, the current will be mainly due to the holes in the valence band. Electrons in conduction band are minority carriers. This diagram will show us position of donor levels and acceptor levels when different type of impurity is added to the semiconductor. So the semiconductor under consideration here is silicon. For silicon, the energy gap is 1.12 electron volts. This is the center of the forbidden gap. When we add antimony, then it gives rise to the donor levels 0.039 electron volt below the conduction band. For phosphorus, the donor levels are created 0.044 electron volts below the conduction band, and for arsenic, the donor levels are created 0.049 electron volts below the conduction band. When we add boron impurity to the semiconductor atom, silicon here, then acceptor levels are created 0.045 electron volts above the valence band, EV. When we add aluminium, then acceptor levels are created 0.057 electron volts above the valence band, and when we add gallium, then acceptor levels are created 0.065 electron volts above the valence band. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then please subscribe to the channel so that you will get timely intimation of new videos uploaded to the channel. Thank you very much.